A Colorado fugitive eludes law enforcement following a 4-hour manhunt Sunday night in Henry. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, officers from Nebraska and Wyoming spent more than 4 hours searching for a dangerous fugitive Sunday night after receiving information that he might be at a residence near Henry. Scottsbluff County Sheriff Mark Overman says officers sought to capture Stephen Paul Evans, who is wanted on felony warrants out of Weld County, Colorado. Overman says around 9 p.m., officers from multiple agencies were in the area and stopped 2 vehicles leaving the residence. After discovering that Evans was not in the vehicles, officers approached the residence and Evans fled on foot towards a wooded area near the North Platte River. Nebraska and Wyoming officers, including K-9 units, searched the area for more than 4 hours but did not locate Evans. He is considered armed and dangerous, and anybody with information on his whereabouts is asked to call 911 or contact their local law enforcement agency. Well, the owner of the Scooters drive-through coffee kiosk in Scottsbluff is looking to open a second location in the community. The Scottsbluff Planning Commission will hold a public hearing on Monday night on the 1-5 Enterprise LLC proposal to develop another Scooters on the southeast corner of West Overland and Avenue I. The developer's application says the approximately $440,000 project would include just under $95,000 in TIF financing for items such as site acquisition and infrastructure improvements, with the balance coming from private investment. If the proposal receives a positive recommendation from the Planning Commission, it will be sent to the Community Redevelopment Authority and then the Scottsbluff City Council. Well, from scooters to Scooter, the longtime resident chimpanzee at the Riverside Discovery Center, who last fall found a new home at the Houston Zoo. However, late last week, it was announced that the Riverside Discovery Center will be bringing in 5 new chimpanzees later this week. Zoo Director Anthony Mason says the Yerkes National Primate Research Center at Emory Center University is making the donation, and in preparation for their arrival, the zoo has updated the housing areas, added more climbing structures, and installed additional food chutes and mounds. The public will have an opportunity to meet the new chimpanzees this Saturday, May 18th, during a special pancake breakfast that begins at 7:30 a.m. Reservations are required, and you can purchase your tickets by calling 630-6236 or emailing vlara@riversidediscoverycenter.org. Well, coming up after the break, warm, dare I say hot weather this week? Bill Boyer's got your full week forecast coming up right after this on KNEB.TV News.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
KNEB presents country music rising star Dylan Scott.
I'm hooked on kissing.
Friday, August 16th at the historic Midwest Theater in Scottsbluff. Presented by Allo Communications and Viera Wireless. Tickets are on sale now at the Midwest Theater box office, by phone at 632-4311 or at midwesttheater.com. Dylan Scott, August 16th at the historic Midwest Theater in Scottsbluff with KNEB.
How does Arby's sell the most euros in America? Having over 3,000 stores with this insane 2 for €6 deal certainly gives us a head start. Also, passion.
Arby's, we have the meat.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, we've certainly turned milder over the last couple of days, and that trend's going to continue. Partly cloudy skies as we go through the evening hours tonight. Temps only falling to 60 by 10 o'clock, only into the mid-40s overnight for lows. Looks like warm temps are going to continue throughout the rest of the work week. We'll see some isolated storms at times, but chances really low through the work week. That changes on Friday when we're going to see some showers and storms possible Friday. That'll start our cooling trend into the weekend, which is going to be significantly cooler. Who cares about cooler right now? Man, we've got temps that have warmed well into the 70s and low 80s across most of the region. Just 66 right now in Laramie, 74 in Hastings. You saw that 80 on the board there in North Platte. Same temperature in Ogallala. Also up in Valentine, 74 in Gordon, 76 in Alliance, 73 right now in Kimball. And winds are out of the north-northwest at under 5 miles an hour. We have a few showers showing up here in the north-central part of the state and a few winds associated with those. Otherwise, things are high and dry here across our region, and we'll see those showers drift off to the east and away from us. We just have a few remnant clouds stuck around here tonight. Not bad as we go through the evening hours into the early morning hours, and temps only going to fall into the 40s tonight for lows. 50 is all in Valentine, 47 in Gordon, 45 tonight in Torrington. Let's take a look at tomorrow then. We see Futurecast holding in store for us a lot of sun tomorrow. We'll see some late day clouds try to sneak through here. An isolated chance at a shower. I think that's certainly being overdone by models there. I don't think we're going to see a lot of shower activity tomorrow. Can't rule out an isolated shower or storm, and look at temps go well into the 80s again tomorrow, 70s to near 80 degrees. We're going to be even warmer on Wednesday. I think Wednesday going to be our warmest day of the week. Tonight then, 45 with clearing skies, light and variable winds. Tomorrow we're going to be dealing with a great deal of sun, mild temps as well. Look at that, 81 degrees tomorrow. Another very nice day to near 80, and we're going to get even warmer than that as we go into the middle part of the week, both Wednesday and Thursday. Upper 80s. Could we flirt with 90? Sure could, possibly, on both of those days, especially I think Wednesday. That's going to be our warmest day. That will be our sunniest day as well. And then by Friday, we bring in some late day showers and thunderstorms. Highs only in the mid-70s. Cooler then for the weekend. Both Saturday and Sunday look breezy. Temps in the mid and upper 60s. And then Monday and probably Tuesday of next week as well look showery. High temperatures only in the low 60s. So we're heading for a change as we start the early portions of next week and into the weekend this weekend. But in the meantime, some very nice warm temperatures expected for most of western Nebraska and southeastern Wyoming for the next 3 to 4 days.
How does Arby's sell the most euros in America? Having over 3,000 stores with this insane 2 for €6 deal certainly gives us a head start. Also, passion.
Arby's, we have the meat.
For sandwiches.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
More time on the road means more time in the shop. Take your car, truck, or SUV to High Tech Automotive. With 10 bays and commitment to quality service and customer care, we can do it all, from general maintenance to more serious problems. High Tech Automotive, between Frank Parts and Baumgars.
Welcome back. Tonight, the City of Gering will consider a occupation tax on overnight lodging in their community, which at 4% would be equal to the tax passed by the City of Scottsbluff 2 years ago. Estimated revenues between $40,000 and $50,000 a year could be generated to help fund further investments into city facilities, events, and activities that can generate new and repeat visitation to Gering. The tax would be assessed on overnight lodging at Gering hotels, motels, Airbnbs, bed and breakfasts, as well as the RV park. The first reading on the proposed occupation tax ordinance will be during tonight's regular City Council meeting. Well, Congressman Adrian Smith has announced the inaugural Excellence in Economic Development for Young Entrepreneurs Award. This award was created to celebrate the efforts of young and rising leaders who strengthen their communities through their innovation, hard work, and entrepreneurial spirit. The competition is open to individuals, businesses, and organizations throughout the 3rd District who strengthen Nebraska's economy through their hard work. Anyone who is interested in applying or nominating somebody can do so before June 21st, and winners will be recognized before the U.S. House of Representatives by Congressman Smith. Forms are available at Smith's Scottsbluff office or online at adriansmith.gov/economic development. And sex traffickers who sell women and children for sex in Nebraska could have their phones tapped by law enforcement and face prosecution years or even decades after their crime under a sweeping new bill set for legislative debate. Lawmakers are expected to vote on a package that would make it easier to prosecute human traffickers and provide state services to children who fall victim. It's the latest step in a multi-year bipartisan push to clamp down on human trafficking in Nebraska. Well, straight ahead, Chris Cottrell will be in with the latest from the First State Bank Sports Desk. He'll be back right after this.
Come on down to the Mixing Bowl if you are craving something homemade just like Grandma used to make. From glace and garlic sausage on Mondays to cabbage burgers and butterball noodle soup on Thursdays, you can't go wrong. And with everything in the bakery case baked fresh daily, you can count on a tasty treat with your morning or afternoon coffee. Stop in from 1 to 3 during the week to get 15% off any coffee or pastry during our coffee happy hour. The Mixing Bowl on 10th Street in Gearing, bringing great food and great people together.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition, convenient stores in your neighborhood, friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
May is Beef Month, a time to celebrate the high-quality beef products that are raised by farmers and ranchers right here in Nebraska. With over 5 million cattle fed and marketed each year, Nebraska is the #1 cattle feeding state in the country. From steaks and roasts to ground beef and kebabs, Nebraska's beef producers take pride in raising safe, wholesome products that end up on dinner plates around the world. Join the beef community by celebrating Beef Month with your favorite beef meal tonight. Beef, it's what's for dinner in Nebraska.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Beef Council and Chimney Rock Public Power District.
Sometimes events in life are planned. Others, a happy surprise. No matter what life change you're navigating, whether you're getting married or just want a bigger yard for your pup, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. Retirement. A new season in life where you can change how you live it. And something easier, convenient, that feels just right. When it's time, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Now, sports from the First National Bank Sports Desk. First National Bank of North Platte, the bank to think of first.
Well, let's get today's latest from right here at the Sports Desk. For the first time since 2016, the WNCC softball team is the Region 9 champion. The Cougars went 3-0 in games at Volunteer Field over the weekend, using the momentum of that big come-from-behind walk-off win on Friday afternoon to propel them to the title. A blowout of McCook on Saturday to win it. They hit 3 homers and locked up home field for the district final best-of-3 series starting Wednesday. They'll host Butler Community College in the first 2 games at 4 and 6 p.m. Winner of that best-of-3 series heads to the national tournament. almost a pair of titles for WNCC over the weekend, but the baseball team came up just short in their bid for a regional championship. The Cougars needed just one win over Lamar on Sunday, but could not get it done. Lamar got a walk-off win and extra innings in the opener, and then carried that momentum over to game 2 early, scoring 9 runs in the first 2 innings en route to a 19-7 win. So it's Lamar advancing to the district final while the Cougars have their season come to a close. Going to be a busy week of postseason sports at the high school level. District golf meets taking place today. Full recap at the radio sports desk coming up tomorrow. Then Thursday through Saturday, you've got the girls' state tennis tournament. And Friday and Saturday in Omaha, of course, it's this year's Nebraska State Track and Field Championships at Burke Stadium. And we'll close up for today with a little bit of football. Never too soon to think Husker football. The season kicks off August 31st at home against South Alabama. The Huskers have been winding up in some early top 25 polls as they enter year 2 under Scott Frost. Speaking at the FCA's annual spring banquet 2 Sundays ago, legendary former head football coach at Nebraska, Tom Osborne, on a buzzword that Frost has changed in his short time in Lincoln already.
Culture is kind of the name of the game because, and that's really what a coach does. A person in leadership sets the culture. And what culture means is how people are treated, how things are ordered, what's important, what kind of language will be used on the practice field, what's acceptable. Are kids humiliated? Are they bullied? Are they lifted up? And so coaches have a huge impact, and sometimes people think, well, athletics and coaching is all positive, but there are some very destructive coaches out there, and then there are some that are very positive and very uplifting and very important. Scott is one of those who will certainly say the right thing, do the right thing, and have an atmosphere where people feel cared for.
The 3-time national champion head coach also says the walk-on program coming back to prominence will go a long way towards that culture and, in turn, winning football games.
Because a lot of those kids were from small schools, rural areas, great work ethic, great value system, and sometimes those kids that were recruited, 4-star, 5-star athletes from different parts of the country, began to see how hard those walk-ons would work and the price they would pay just to be on a team and maybe someday run down on a kickoff or get a letter because they stayed out for 4 years and began. And sometimes that attitude began to permeate the whole team. And I had a lot of coaches, or a lot of players who were highly recruited athletes who told me that. They said, really, I came here thinking about NFL and what kind of awards I might receive, and I saw how hard those kids worked, and it became contagious, and all of a sudden it wasn't all about me anymore.
Coach Osborne was kind enough to give me about 15 minutes of his time and couldn't have been more gracious about doing it. Big thanks also to Kevin Figg of the FCA for allowing me the time with Coach Osborne a couple of weekends back. That's the latest today from right here at the First National Bank Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan's back with a look at the community calendar right after this on KNEB.TV.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for 2. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
Known previously as Angela's Bridal and Boutique in downtown Scottsbluff, now tuxedos and men's formal wear by Angela's. Brought to you by Weborg 21 Center. We are excited to offer you more one-on-one customer service. Whether you need a tux for the wedding, a suit for the office, or you're just ready to step up your everyday fashion. And don't forget our second location. Angela's Boutique is now located at Bianco & Company in downtown Scottsbluff, still empowering women to look and feel their most confident. The same great boutique, now just down the street.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
May is National Electrical Safety Month. Accidents and fires involving electricity result in more than 1,000 deaths and tens of thousands of injuries every year. The majority of those tragedies could be prevented with greater awareness of how to stay safe. Start by involving children by inviting them to visit safeelectricity.org. So let's all do our part to learn more about electrical safety during the month of May. This message is brought to you by Roosevelt Public Power District, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
I'm Marcy Meyer, Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that building a new house is difficult because construction loans are too complicated. The truth is, our lenders will work with you every step of the way to make your construction loan go to work for you. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today. No question is too big or too small.
And finally tonight, the Northern Panhandle has a new reason to celebrate, as their stretch of the Cowboy Trail is set to be included in the 3,700-mile stretch of the recently announced Great American Rail Trail. The vision of the Rails to Trails Conservancy is to have a coast-to-coast stretch of biking and walking paths for people to enjoy. Last week, the group announced that the route, which spans 12 states between Washington, D.C. and Washington State. Last week, the Conservancy hosted a Facebook Live event touting the nation's first cross-country multi-use trail, and members from the Northwest Nebraska Trails Association joined the celebrations to tout the offerings of the Panhandle stretch of the Great American Rail Trail.
We have beautiful recreational opportunities here that we think will be enhanced by having a Cowboy Trail reach our community. We have beautiful pine forests, we have ridges and valleys and all kind of things that are nice to see along our trail. Bordeaux Creek, wildlife. We have great mountain bike riding in the area too. We've got bike trails at Chadron State Park and Fort Robinson State Park. We have a beautiful Cowboy Trail planned that's going to be the terminus all the way across the state of Nebraska, right here to Chadron, Nebraska.
Organizers are hoping that the entire 3,700-mile trail will be completed within the next decade, but encourage Americans to enjoy the existing trails that are already open for public use. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.